starting. It
missed.
fucking looked over to my monitor screen through OBS and it was like, "There's been an error starting up."
Good come on, we missed a great bit now. Damn it.
Yeah.
The internet will never know that bit. We can't reenact it.
Nope.
Yes, no, we cannot interact.
Which is unfortunate.
Hey, but that means the things that we mentioned were never mentioned on the stream, and therefore the slander has been unslandered.
There was no
Grim
slander.
One.
Let's be clear here. Don't go fake newsing yourself. There was no slander.
There was slander.
There was no slander.
Oh my god.
You are spreading lies about me, and I do not appreciate it.
No, I am stating facts.
No,
Mr.
you're
Potato
definitely spreading. No,
Water.
you're completely 100% spreading lies about me. Anyway, hello everyone. Yes, we had minor errors. I don't know if you all saw that, but yeah, minor errors. Fanfiction Theater's here. Don't worry about it. I'm here. He's here. We're all here. Everyone's here. We all have things to do, places to be, crap to read. So let's just get right on into it. Bleach, Ruby, it's down in the description. Go on our Discord. It's right there. The links are there. Don't contact the people. Bing, bang, boom. We got everything covered. Oh!
That was much more concise than usual. Good job.
I'll concise your face more than usual.
Wow! Give the man a compliment.
So, anyway,
he doesn't know how to react to those.
The reason why I'm on the author page right now is because it says Soul Hunter, as Max said, original. And I'm like, okay, yeah, what does original mean? Why does it say original? And there is no other version of Soul Hunter on his page. So I'm really confused as to why it's called Soul Hunter Original.
Yeah. Best I can figure is he's making the claim that his Soul Hunter title is the first one to ever be made. And by the way, a quick search using the title option, the very first thing is a Harry Potter story from 2007 called Soul Hunter.
Okay. Yeah.
So, if that's your intent, sir, you are immediately disproven.
I mean, honestly, he really... Soul Hunter? Like, there's other series out there, like fucking Soul Eater? Bleach? Like... Can't way.
Now, if he wanted to be original, he would have done Soul Huntress. Yeah, because if he's
almost like that would have fit perfectly with a Ruby story.
Maybe, I see it, I understand it. I see and believe.
I thought I'd throw it out there.
Alright, so typically it looks like they write Stargate. They write a lot of Contempt collection, which is the Ship Girls, Stargate, Star Wars and Ship Girls.
Yeah.
No.
Madoka Magica times Lyrical Nahoa.
Nanoha.
Oh, that looks
Listen,
dark.
all I can say is this. You keep your Ship Girls out of Star Wars.
But don't you want Death Star Chan?
No, I don't want Death Star Chan. I don't want Home One Chan, and I sure as hell don't want Executor Chan.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go do my job of consultation and disappoint the hell out of Atin.
I am desperately hoping you will find nothing.
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
no, that's two
Star
very
Wars Ship
dark
Girls.
magical
What the fuck
girl
am I doing?
effects.
Making this
crossing
more
over with
complicated
each
than I
other.
need to.
Anyway, so this is Soul Hunter, the original. Oh god, no. No.
How many results, Matt?
How many results, Matt?
There appear to only be two.
Okay, good.
And it's
good.
X-Wing Chan. No, wait, never mind. The X-Wing one was an add-on to TIE Fighter Chan. Never mind.
TIE Fighter
Oh,
Chan.
let's see these.
Okay, send them out.
Yeah, shall I put these in recording shit
No,
posts?
Just leave them in shit posts.
Just shit posts.
Okay. I'd confuse the hell out of Ricky again.
I see.
Out! Why does TIE Fighter Chan look like they stole Jack the Ripper's design?
Why is TIE Fighter a lolly?
I don't know.
No, okay, look. TIE Fighter is 100%. They stole the Jack the Ripper design.
They did,
from,
100%. They totally stole Jack the Ripper out of it. I'm
I
not
don't-
going to be
I
playing
don't-
that on stream. Anyway,
Can I get this one?
as I was saying,
Meme censor, can you save me? Yes. All right. Here's Death Fighter Chon,
Oh,
or
fucking
Death Star
Christ.
Chon.
Oh,
Death Fighter
fucking
Chon
Christ.
is something completely different, I'm sure.
All right, you know what? Acceptable. Stupid, but acceptable.
Oh.
Oh. Here's one.
My soul is injured by this.
Hey guys, I got a question for you. Does this one count?
Thank
upload
God, nothing exists for Home 1.
Does that count?
I mean, technically,
Technically?
don't show that.
I was cosplay as Millennium Falcon. Okay, I want to see where this goes. Oh.
This is still not as bad as the time that I was playing Dark Souls 2 with
Oh.
Max and found out about Millennium.
Yes.
Session,
The
which
interesting
we
moment
lost,
where the person
by the
discovers
way.
that.
All right, hang on. Sorry, I am destroying the stream. I have found a man on DeviantArt who appears dedicated to this.
How angry is this gonna make me?
What do you mean dedicated to this?
We have the Corellian Engineering Corps CR-90 Corvette Tantive 4.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
ship
That's
girl.
the one from the opening.
As a
of,
ship girl.
episode 4.
Yeah,
This I have to see.
it's not too bad. This guy actually gave a shit about aesthetics.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, let's get.
Shit. Oh
no.
It looks poor. All I can think about is Antilles now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay.
Get-
This is the last one I'm
Get
gonna
ready
display on
for
screen.
a fucking barrage
Oh.
of these.
Oh no. Oh god.
Hey, Atin, he made Executor.
Oh.
Hey, well, first of all, that's an
Oh.
acclimator. Second of all, why is she wearing an Imperial uniform with the Republic's colors?
Traitor. I guess, I don't know.
No, because they didn't have.
Oh.
At least it's not a Venator.
I am dead. I have been slayed on so many levels.
I am gonna have to make a special folder just for this nonsense. Oh my goodness!
no.
Oh my god. Hang on. He's also apparently a bit of a cheeky cunt.
Did he try to make the Executor look like Dala? Is that supposed to be Dala?
I'm moving on with this. I'm moving on with the story. I'm not
This man
looking
is
at this
100%
anymore.
dedicated.
You can't make me. Okay, Solar.
this
When
one's actually
Ruby
kinda clever.
Rose went to the Beacon
Sort of.
Academy 2 years early,
Oh
she
my god,
assumed
Max, stop.
she was going to be the odd
alright.
one out.
Good news, guys. Oh, wait. No, he still has more, but they're mature content, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm scared to check these now.
Her sister,
just
Ice
throw it in
Queen
SFW.
Eris, and the mysterious
Oh,
dark-haired
this is
girl
Oh,
aside.
that's why. That's why he put it
What?
there.
What
Because it's a panty shot.
the fuck?
Oh.
Wait, this
Okay, no, this one is actually in a
that doesn't even make grammatical sense.
That one's actually the invisible hand
Hey,
is
you
actual
fucks! Get the
NSFW,
fuck over here and fucking fuck with this! This is more
What?
important!
What?
There's a sentence that says her sister, the Ice Queen Eris, and the mysterious dark-haired girl aside. That is the sentence.
Wait, where is this?
This is the summary!
Her sister.
What?
Wait, what?
What?
Her sister,
That is
Ice
the
Queen Eris, and
sentence!
the mysterious-
That is it!
You're missing an apostrophe because now it just looks like the Ice Queen Eris is her sister. What the fuck?
Fucking
Author.
God.
Author.
This is why commas are important.
What she didn't expect, and what none of them expected, was an even more mysterious teenager would join them. One with the power no other hunter or huntress had, and one might just turn the tide.
Please be Ichigo in here.
Ichigo as the 5th team member of Ruby.
Look, I'd be perfectly fine with throwing Ichigo in there. He would be a great fit.
Yeah.
You could do a lot with it.
Like, Ichigo actually fits well into what Ruby does in a weird way. Like, it
sort of.
As a character type, he could actually fit in decently. The characters we've seen. Yeah.
No, because here's the thing. It's easy enough with Ichigo, because he'll get dropped in there, and he'll be like, well, I need to find a way home, but I need to help these people first. And as long as you pick Ichigo past, like, Season 2, he's seen enough shit that he'll actually be useful.
You know, I just had a thought of the hunters, you know, they all have their souls activated, more or less, I guess you could call it. So they could all see hollows and shit, right? And
presumably.
They just think the hollows are a different type of Grimm.
Hell, you could even make the case that the hollows are Grimm. They both have creepy white masks, and their bodies evaporate when they die.
But the difference there, though, is that hollows are the soul. Oh, you could sort of work it as hollows are the souls that Grimm ate, of the people that Grimm ate.
Well,
you could definitely work it like that.
Like, you could definitely work it. You could definitely work it.
You could definitely.
I mean, I just want to point out, like, you can still workshop it in without that much work. Like, hollows are literally people that have been weighed down by negative emotions by this point because they didn't pass on in time.
Yeah.
Like, that's still in line with the
reason, and that's the reason they're drawn to negative
emotion.
Because
like, they're both drawn to negative emotions. They're both essentially the manifestation of such. I'm starting to see more anime influence on Ruby now.
Yep, it's been there. It's been
there.
Oh
no, I know it's been there. I know it's not like it's been like hiding. I've just been subconsciously ignoring it. So it's called to attention.
Yeah. I've been the same way, honestly. Woo! Okay, I'm ready for this story. Let's go. Woo! Not really sure at the time to make a new fic, but blah blah blah. I didn't know Ruby existed, but now that I do know Ruby exists, it's begging me for a Bleach crossover. Blah blah blah. The premise is going to be similar to all the other stories I write, probably because of Ichigo, but I'm changing things up to make this unique. Brilliant sunlight shone down on Vale, the capital of the kingdom that shared its name. One of the 4 kingdoms of Remnant, Vale was perhaps the most peaceful of the kingdoms. Were one to look at the city, they would see a calm, sleepy city where conflict was a distant memory. There was crime, most notably a recent rash of dust thefts. But these crimes were ordinarily petty at best, and not something that would lead to worry. That would affect most of the people of Vale. Dust thefts would affect everyone.
Yeah, no,
Now,
granted, this author's new to Ruby, so maybe he hasn't quite gotten how important it is yet, but dust is the ultimate MacGuffin of Ruby. You can do anything with it, including stabbing it into your arms.
Does it count as a MacGuffin if it's easily obtained?
I mean, what else would you call it? What else would you call it, though? Like, it is the all-purpose Deus Ex magic power.
There's a specific word for it, and it involves things like It is essentially a magical substance, but I don't remember what the fucking word for it is. It's
It is
a
the
MacGuffin is
Force!
something to search for, but it's not. MacGuffins are supposed to be hard to find.
Oh,
They're
fair
a
enough.
final goal. Dust is not a final goal. It's just there.
No, I think you could argue that dust is a
Well, no,
MacGuffin.
okay.
Specifically
Look,
because
here's the
they have. Well, no, see, the thing is, they treat dust like it's just an ordinary thing that completely, like, doesn't matter at all until it suddenly does matter, and then suddenly dust makes a difference.
Okay, listen. Just based off what Google is saying, the definition of a MacGuffin is an object or device in a movie or book that serves merely as a trigger for the plot, in which case dust is 100% a MacGuffin.
Yeah, that's kind of
Dust
true.
is not the trigger for the plot.
It is, though.
No,
Why was Ruby
the
in the store?
artifacts
Because
are.
she's
The
picking up
maidens
more.
are.
No. Why was Ruby in the store? Because she's picking up more dust. Why was she picking up more dust? Because that's
No,
what her gun runs on.
Ruby was in the store for the weapons magazines.
Which used dust.
Okay, look.
I
even
want
if
to
she
know
wasn't
what
look,
sly bastard
even if
found a way
she's
to
not
print
in there
dust
to
into
buy
paper.
dust, she's in the dust store.
Oh god, now I really want
What's
to see
happening
that.
with dust? Dust is being stolen. How does she meet Weiss? Dust.
Yeah.
How does literally every weapon work?
Character
Dust.
progression for Blake, dust. Penny, dust. What's going on with Roman? Dust. What are the bombs? Dust.
Does that make
How do
Aura
you
a
get-
MacGuffin
how
as
do you
well?
get-
Because
how
I
do you
can
get
make the
monks?
same argument.
Dust.
Wait, who's a MacGuffin now?
Can we call Aura a MacGuffin as well?
I mean, yes.
Aura is a MacGuffin.
Totally.
Alright then.
Aura qualifies as a MacGuffin because it is a device which makes the plot happen.
Well,
Okay.
why are they
Uh,
protected from this blow?
Oh.
Aura. Why did they beat that person up? Aura. Why can
In
they
fact-
fight Grim 10 times their size? Aura.
In fact, Aura is more of a MacGuffin than Dust. Not that Dust isn't a MacGuffin, it's just Aura is more MacGuffin-y.
I still think you guys are using the word wrong.
Oh,
'cause the way you're defining it-
we are likely butchering the term.
The way you're using it, I can twist things until the point that Ruby's headphones are the MacGuffin.
You could.
They might
Or
be.
even her sight.
You never know. Maybe Crow's the MacGuffin. Ah, shit.
Crow
Actually,
is the
fuck.
secret maid. Crow is the
No,
summer
listen.
maiden?
I was gonna say,
Just
I
not
like where
telling
you're
us?
going with this. Crow is a maiden.
Crow
Wait a
is the
minute.
winner maiden.
How does Crow
Nailed it.
qualify? He never had sex. That's not how that works. According to magic, it is.
Oh, anyway, blah 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 blah. Okay, crime, blah blah blah. People of Vale, blah blah blah. Dark and terrifying, grim, horribly mutant animals that exist beyond no purpose of killing man were the bane of everything. But in Vale, there was no threat to happy citizens because of skilled hunters and huntresses, the best mankind could offer. Technically, it's just Remnant could offer, not mankind, because there's more than just humans.
I'm willing to bet mankind still gets used as a blanket term.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. With the amount of shit they've pulled in the terms of plot in Ruby about how faunus and humans are just so different in how they're treated, I'm pretty sure there is no like universal. Maybe all of Remnant could be used to refer to everyone, but I expect more because of how they've separated the faunus and humans in terms of reference. I would expect more like all of Vale, all of Remnant, the best Vale has to offer, the best Atlas has to offer, instead of the best humans or faunus have to offer.
I get what you're saying.
Anyway, so, blah, 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 that's why they existed, that's why Beacon existed to train them, blah, 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 summer over Vale, massive airship, new students, unsurprisingly, they're mingling each other, blah, 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 it's canon, blah, 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 more canon, blah, 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 pair of girls stood apart from everyone, blah, 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 Yang and Ruby interaction, canon stuff. Go on next?
Yeah, no, it's just like now I know why I got burnt out on Ruby fanfiction so much.
Because they always start with this fucking scene.
They either start with this scene or initiation, and they do it almost word for fucking word. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
There's a
guys,
time
mix
where
things
I
up
had-
a little.
I
see,
had like,
if you want stories that mix shit up, World of Bloody Evolution. It's not a fantastic story. I'm not gonna be like, oh man, it's fucking awesome. No. But it is humorous, and it takes things and just goes, hey, you know canon? Fuck canon.
is it by Red Rum's Sprinkles or Storm Shroud?
I believe Storm
Oh.
Shroud. Yeah, Storm Shroud.
Yeah, okay, so the other one's a Warhammer Ruby crossover.
Yeah, World of Bloody Evolution, like, the early on of it made me go, I don't know if this is gonna be good or not. It's got the cringy, oh, Raven killed John's family, and John wants revenge, and now John's turning into a Grimm, and it's like, this is a bit cringy. And then the author's like, hey, you know, everyone else goes full edgy with this? Fuck edgy! How about some action? And we're like, okay, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, you know this cringy other shit that people normally pull with, you know, people not telling each other shit, so we have big miscommunications? Fuck that too.
What if I didn't do that?
What if I did none of the tropes? Fuck all the tropes.
What if they just told people what was going on? What?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Wait,
I mean, I want you
so-
to, but you can't.
Hang on, wait, does he write it as like a proper omniscient point of view? Like nothing is hidden, there's nothing to hide.
No,
this
he
is
straight
just
up,
it,
no, he
or-
writes it from John's point of view, but, like, not, like, over the shoulder John's point of view, but, like, John gets in with the new team, and he's like, you know, should I hide this from my team? No, I should tell them they have the right to know. So he tells the team's like, well, thank you for, you know, telling us and not making us find out. You know, we appreciate that. We're all kind of freaked out about it, but, you know, seem
since
to
you
be
told
in
us
control of
about it.
yourself, and you told us about it, you know, we can work on this.
And you know what? Heck, we could even do some interesting stuff with this.
But, like, you know, it's like, oh, yeah, we're not gonna go with the cringy Blake shit. You know, like, oh, I can't tell you what they'll hate me. You know. And at one point, he reveals the name of it, John reveals the name that he calls his Grim side, and one of his teammates just goes, that's some really edgy teenage shit. And he's like, yeah, look, I made it up when I was inside a cell.
He's like, cut me some slack, okay?
I was at the worst point of my life. Could
But,
you
like,
give
no,
me a
the
break?
author is like fully meta when it comes to tropes and either dodges them or just like spits on them. And if you know what to look for, you're like, oh, he completely avoided that. You know, he's fucking shit all over that trope. The cringy tropes, like, obviously you can't avoid using tropes in a story, but like the really cringy ones that just make you go, why? And the author's like, yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a well done story. It's not great. It has its rough patches.
Sometimes the grammar can be pretty subpar.
Yeah, but it's a solid story
Yeah.
if you ever wanted a Ruby
Oh,
story that
God,
wasn't
that's-
super cringy.
That's actually kind of worrying now that I think about it. Like, the best written Ruby stories currently are from Core in terms of, you know, grammar and basic sentence structure.
Yeah.
But he's an exception. The best Ruby stories so far that do something different and interesting and keep it going have really poor writing skills.
Why?
I wouldn't call it poor writing skills. No, the guy's definitely got some writing skills behind it. It just feels like he doesn't have someone to read over it and spell check it and shit. Like, there's a difference there. It's not like, oh man, this is just fucking awful. Oh, I can't read this. He's missing words left. No, it's like, okay, yeah, that sentence was a bit awkward there. He meant to say something else here. It's not that bad overall. It's mostly ignorable. It's no fucking like, oh, I'm an editor of a magazine levels of technical writing skills, but
Yeah.
it's not something that you'd have to drop a fiction over. I mean, unless you were, like, obsessive about grammatical errors. Then I guess you would drop it. But
Well,
that's the point.
I mean,
We've got
I'm
super
friends with
fucking
you.
off track.
Yes, we have.
Anyway, back to the point of the cringy opening, word for word, reciting canon. blah 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 blah. Roman Torchwick. Blah 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 blah. More canon. Blah blah blah. More canon. And blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. More canon stuff. Okay. Teenage boy, scraggly blonde hair covering his pale face, hand to his mouth. Okay, so this is John, stumble, sticking his hand out to help his sister. Wait, what the fuck? And then, instead of acknowledging the shout, the teen scoffed. Wasn't he just running to throw up a second before?
Yeah.
He helped Ruby stand up. Wait. Okay. In John's rush to get out to the window to throw up, he managed to knock another teenager out of the way, which is going to be Ichigo. The boy stumbled into Yang and Ruby, calling Ruby to fall. Ichigo scoffs, and then helps Ruby stand up. Ichigo's scowling. Okay, yeah, we're gonna make that joke, because of course we have to make that joke. Oh yeah, guys, Ichigo's always scowling, huh? Standoffish, brilliantly orange hair, spiky, blah blah blah. The odd black robe he was... So he's just straight up dressed as a Shinigami.
See,
Oh.
see, look, there are much better ways that this could be done.
Yeah, no, honestly, there is. No.
Like, you could either have him put on the Shinigami outfit specifically for combat, or you could just have it be part of his semblance. Unless you, or if you want to just take Ichigo from
He didn't miss
the
much,
Bleach
Garrett.
storyline.
He went on a rant.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to, you could even... Okay, have we got an idea of how he brought Ichigo into the world? Like, is Ichigo just a part of this world, or did
we don't know
Ichigo
yet.
get
We don't
fucked
know
over in the time-space tunnel?
Alright, so, blah blah blah, it's his full Shinigami outfit. Jerky or not, he was gentlemanly enough to offer a hand to his sister. She was awkward. Fine, it totally was my fault. Your hair is very orange. Yes, it's orange. Before you get ideas, it's all natural. I get enough of that crap.
Oh, look at that! Let's make an orange hair joke.
Oh, natural, that's a new one. That's what?
Okay, no. Okay, the whole, it's all natural, that doesn't need to be said. If this is Ichigo, and he's been in this world the entire time, weird hair colors are the norm.
Yeah.
Roman Torchwick and Pyrrha are redheads.
Not
Pyrrha
like
is the one.
Neo!
Like,
Pyrrha is the one who
Neo!
looks weird
Neo!
with that kind of deep red.
yeah, Neo exists.
Neo
Emerald.
exists.
Emerald.
Any of the main cast and main villains. Weird hair colors. Weiss is silver at the age of 17.
Yang is some strange, like, hyper blonde thing. Like not even like blonde, like
Blinding
ultra blonde.
Anyway, so... Okay, can't say I've seen such sunny hair before.
Yeah, like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Ruby has, like, what? Hair with red tip? Like, now, okay, maybe she does.
Her-
Like,
Ruby's hair.
Oh, that's actually a thing, by the
Turn
way.
Red
Hair with
tips.
different colored tips. That's actually a thing.
That's a thing. Yes, and Ruby has black going into red.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, Ruby has funky hair. Her sister has the blondest blonde you've ever seen, and Tai is not much better.
Yeah, can't say I've seen such sunny hair before.
Look 4 feet to your left at your sister.
No, I don't get the joke. What's sunny hair? No, this is Yang talking. So
Yang, your hair is literally the color
I'm just saying,
of the sun.
that's even worse. That is literally even worse.
eliciting a groan from Ruby. Yang, what? It was a perfectly valid pun. What part of that was a pun?
Yeah, there's no part of what? Could she?
What?
She can't be talking about John.
No, she's...
I know, but like I'm trying to think like was there any other blonde individual in the scene? No.
Your hair is really. I don't know where this pun is coming from. She just fought Torchwick, whose hair is about the same shade as Ichigo's.
I am genuinely at a loss.
I'm confused.
I am actually really at a loss, and honestly, Trump isn't orange. Like, if you've actually seen him in non-altered chroma key light, he isn't orange. He's normal skin colored.
Look, ignoring the obvious jokes, just once again, nothing here works.
I don't why. There wasn't even, there was no pun in that. There was like, oh, you know, fucking. Like, I can't even think of a good. Oh, what, do you eat carrots often? Like, that's the best fucking joke I can come up with for this.
Yeah, like the carrot top jokes that everyone in Bleach makes.
Do you eat too many carrots? It's like, I just. What part of that was supposed to be? If this story is listed as humor, no, there's no genres. Okay, good, fucking good. Because if this story was listed as humor, I was going to implode. My brain was going to kill itself.
We could only be so fortunate.
Don't think it hurts less. You're right. Let me change that.
You put the potato water down.
You can't make me put it down.
Well,
We can try.
We can try.
Electing a boo from the background, the blonde turned to the teen, who looked like he was holding in a laugh. Raising eyebrow in a silent challenge, Yang got him to stop and said his scowl deepened. If that was even possible.
Once again, I don't get that. Everyone's always like, oh, Ichigo's always scowling. I don't know where they get that. Maybe I just have friends who all have naturally grumpy faces. He really didn't scowl that often.
Like, yeah, he had a minor scowl on his face usually, because he was always thinking about something. Like...
But here's the thing. I don't even consider that a scowl. I'm just like, that's a thinking face.
Humor is very subjective. However, there are things that are almost universally funny. Like, a genuinely good pun, most people will cringe/laugh at.
They'll go like, oh, that's funny and I hate you for it.
Yeah, like, obviously certain things are going to be subjective, like, oh, making fun of religion. Say, like, oh, okay, well, some people are like, okay, well, that's my religion, don't make fun of it, So
those are people that can't take a joke.
Well, resting bitch face. No, there is a difference between resting bitch face and minorly angry at all times. Then there's me, who looks like he wants to murder someone, usually. It's true, though.
Sneaky, high five for resting murder face.
I'm contemplating the murder of people around me.
Why do you always look like you want to kill someone? Why do people always make me want to kill someone?
Why do people always encourage it?
What? I'm sorry, what did you just say? Nothing.
Anyway, as far as humor goes, if you want to improve writing humor... Oh, you guys got any suggestions?
Well, and this is gonna sound weird, but like watching a comedian before, like if you're trying to write funny stuff, watching a comedian is never a a bad idea. Like,
It's not, but that might get you too much into the mindset of the joke has to be told a certain way.
Yeah.
that's true. But like, I really don't have any.
I
The
think-
big, like you just said, the biggest problem with humor is subjective.
Yeah.
Take the story Max and I are writing.
Yeah.
We crack ourselves up in that story because we're writing what we think is funny, which
Right.
is mostly just the two of us being sarcastic dicks.
I
Yeah.
think.
Um,
Well, no, because the problem there is you can't even give that sort of advice. Write what you think is funny. Because if you're trying for a humor story, like this guy right here, he's making jokes. This author's probably cracking himself up, like, oh yeah, I got that pun in there, and everyone else is just looking at him like,
What pun?
That was a joke. The best way to do it would be to do things that everyone. Well, no, I say everyone, I mean a majority. But everyone can look at that scenario and go, okay, that was pretty funny. Like someone stepping on the rake and it actually flipping up and hitting them in the face. Pretty much everyone
like
can
good
go,
old
okay,
slapstick.
that actually happened. That's pretty funny. Like, if you want to work on your humor from that, start doing that. Start thinking of scenarios on how to do that, but integrate it seamlessly. Like, don't force it in. Integrate it seamlessly in, and then start branching out from there to see what you like writing more. Is it more verbal humor? Is it more action humor? Is it more misinterpretation humor? That sort of thing. You find your limits.
Yeah.
There's misinterpretation humor. It's used fairly often in World of Bloody Evolution, for example. The author gets it just right. There's just enough misinterpretation that you get a good chuckle out of it when everyone misinterprets it, but it's not like cringy levels like it was back in White Sheep.
Yeah.
Like the core was writing.
And one of the other things that's important is, especially if you're going for like miscommunication, if you keep the joke going,
right?
And again, this is one of those things. It's very hard to communicate. There's a very fine line between keeping a joke going and beating a dead horse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Bloody Evolution actually handled that quite well because it had certain jokes were going for a while. Then they came to their conclusion, and then the author moved on and didn't continue those jokes. I mean, yeah, he did start other ones of the same line, but those jokes were ended. The confusion was cleared up. The misinterpretation stopped.
And you got the funny scene where wait, I'm sorry, but I thought X was occurring.
Yeah, exactly. And so, the author's got a handle on how long misinterpretation humor can go on. Yeah, don't overreach. Don't try to do too much in a single joke either. Yeah, that's another good one that I do see, fail pretty often. Because, I've seen, this happens in Naruto stories a lot, surprisingly. And when the author tries to go, above and beyond, look how silly X thing is! Oh, isn't it funny that this is happening? It's not really. Because, you made the joke, and then you just kept going with it, and escalating it, and now it's not funny anymore, it's just dumb. We're not even talking about kicking a dead horse, we're talking about molesting it now. Yeah, sort of like that. Sort of like how this podcast goes occasionally, where we go with an idea, and then we keep going with the idea, and we don't stop going with the idea because, wow, the story we're reading is really bad.
And we're desperate for anything else.
Anyway, back on topic now that we've gone on that little tangent. So, blah 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 blah. Where are you from? Oh, I'm not from a formal school. Oh, where are you from then? You must be super famous. Oh, are you a hunter? No, I'm not a hunter. What? And so, how did he make it in here? Ichigo Kurosaki, I've never heard of you. This gal got lighter, doesn't surprise me. My old man's a doctor, and it's not like we went out hunting humans. Grim these days. He said
No, I'm
H.
pretty sure he's going to say hollows.
Okay, yeah.
Which, once again, the problem here is, like, he knows enough to say grim, but
I feel like Ichigo would make the slip up of saying hollows and then being like, them hollows, like, oh, that's just what my area calls grim. You know?
yeah, but like, see, here's my problem with this. He knows enough to call them grim now, even if he still slips up.
Right.
But like the way he's saying this doesn't surprise me. The old man's a doctor these days, so it's not like we're out hunting. Like he, it's like he's trying. It's like the author's trying to imply that. Like I can't tell if the author's trying to imply that Ichigo's family's always been around.
I think the author is trying to imply that this is Ruby, but Ichigo Kurosaki just apparently always existed in the Rubyverse.
I hope not, because that's the dumbest thing
It
ever.
looks like that's what he means. If he met humans, blah blah blah, she wasn't letting him near him. Did I say something? Well, you almost called Grim starting with an H. I'm worried if you met humans. Her eyes flickered red. Yang, he didn't mean that. Relax. My dad calls them hollows. I just slipped up because I'm not at home.
Yeah. Blah blah blah.
Blah blah
Also,
blah.
Ichigo's not a racist.
I'll kick anyone. I'm not racist. Blah blah blah. Jerks make me angry. Pair of amber eyes widened at the end of that sentence. Really? 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 That's how this harem's gonna happen? Blake's like, oh man, he beats up people who pick up forests. Oh, for love.
Listen,
Really?
if that's all it took, there wouldn't have been the conflict there wouldn't have been any hurt feelings in season 5. There wouldn't have been what is it, unrequited
blah
love.
blah. He scowled a lot. He didn't know why they were called hollows instead of grim. They'd never heard of the father. Blah blah blah. Situation diffused. Blah blah blah. Why are you coming to Beacon? I can only learn so much from my old man. If I'm gonna be a hunter, I'm no doctor. I need to go to Beacon. Yep. This is straight up. Ichigo has always been here.
Ah!
At least that's what it's looking like for now.
Author, no.
Blah blah blah. Ruby Rose point of view. Blah blah blah. Ichigo stuck around. She was jittery. Blah blah blah. Worry didn't vanish. The view from Vale got nothing on this. It's impressive. Blah blah blah. She was namely interested in what's hanging off the bodies. That guy's got a collapsible staff, fire sword, fangirling over the weapons. Dragged back by her sister. Easy there, they're just weapons, blah 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 cannon, blah 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 cannon, blah 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 cannon, blah 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 cannon, blah 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 cannon. Ichigo caught her arm, are you okay? Yang knows I'm not good with people, you seem fine. I'll beat people senseless, I can't imagine why people think you're a thug. Blah blah blah. Both teams looked the girl behind them. Oh, it was Weiss! Wow!
Alright, listen, when we're done, I want to take like a minute to rant about how you should actually be doing a story. I shouldn't say how you should actually do a story like this, but what a better way to approach a story like this would be.
Sure, go ahead. Alright, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, it's Weiss Schnee. She's Weiss Schnee, don't you know? Blah blah blah, cannon. Blah blah blah, no explosions this time. Blah blah blah, Weiss stomped off. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah, cannon stuff, basically no explosion though. John walks up. Blah blah blah, introductions. Blah blah blah, cannon. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah, it's a scythe, it's also a high impact sniper rifle. It's a gun, blah 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 cannon stuff. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah, blah 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 cannon, almost hit Ichigo. Blah 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 cannon. Oh wow, ha, Ichigo laughed, at least it's smaller. Wow, it's almost like John brought up that pointing cannon, but instead Ichigo was around to do it.
Yeah.
Did you build it? No. Cannon. Oh, Ichigo, what's your weapon?
It's a
Okay,
giant fuck-off cleaver.
my weapon is, blah, blah, blah. I'm like a longsword. Ichigo's had a soft curve to it. That's not a soft curve. It's literally an enormous butcher's knife.
Like, that is literally all it is.
The curve wasn't the only odd thing. It had a red cloth-covered hilt, a square guard, and crescent moons engraved on it. And blue tassels. So wait, so he's using so he's using a katana. He's got a katana with a square guard
What?
that glowed. That's a fun.
Okay. Look, I didn't bother with the Quincy arc. Did I miss something?
Glorious Nippon steel.
No, seriously, did I miss
No,
something?
you
Like
didn't.
I said.
That's not
okay.
Ichigo's sword. Period. That's not any form of Ichigo's sword. No, it's not even
Okay,
his Bankai.
okay.
His Bankai has black chain tassels, a square guard, and it is a straight sword. Even if it's a one-sided straight sword.
Yeah. Well, and
Katana.
it's not even a square. Like to say
You're right, it is
that
a
it has a
katana.
square guard isn't even quite right because it's
a Nazi guard.
it is essentially a swastika,
Yeah.
but obviously it's not Nazis.
No, clearly Ichigo supports the Fifth Reich.
Something Soul Rikers.
Soul Reich. Okay, that has to be the name of a story now.
No, just no.
I've never seen a sword like that before. It's my Zanpakuto. Is that a hunter thing?
Blah blah blah. It's a weird thing that my old man says.
It
Blah
means
blah blah.
soul
names.
cutter. So your sword is called soul cutter. Mine's crescent rose. Actually, if that's the weapon type, my name is Zangetsu, slaying moon. If you want the translation, Ruby considered that name was even cooler, but didn't have time to geek out over that. Oh, we're lost. Anyway, you said
right,
you wanted to
look.
rant.
I'm just gonna keep this short, but if you're gonna do a crossover like this, yes, one of the options is to make it so the characters always existed in the world. But if you're gonna do that, then there need to be almost identical systems already in place to allow the character to allow whatever character you're inserting to still be that character and keep all their cool powers.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the case of Ichigo, you're just saying Soul Reapers have always existed in this world.
But for some reason, no one knows about them, even though everyone uses soul powers. And, oh yeah, hollows exist, but no one knows about that either, even though we have some hyper-aware people with soul powers, again.
Who can, like, see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so it's just like...
You know, in this case, you actually would have been better off just doing an author hand wave and dumping him into the universe.
Or just be
like Max said way at the beginning, you could just be like, oh, something went wrong when they were going to Soul Society, or something went wrong when they're going to Waco Mundo, or something went wrong when
honestly, they could have done some bullshit like, they're opening the portal to Waco Mundo, and a hollow showed up and attacked the machine at last second, destabilizing the portal and sending Ichigo rocketing off into a fucking different dimension. Like,
yeah.
Like, it just, you could have gone so many other directions with it, and instead we got this. Also,
it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit well, and I don't know what the deal with giving Ichigo some weird variant of his sword. Like, if you're gonna have him start with a basic Zanpakuto, which why does he know the name of it? Assuming that this still works like Bleach, but B, then you should have had him have the actually pretty cool looking version of his Zanpakuto that he had for like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Which it's like, so I essentially have a great sword.
Yeah.
And then he gets his Shikai, which is just a butcher knife.
Anyway, so we're going back to an old favorite of ours called Shinigami 16, which, despite its name, is not a crossover. This is Ruby only.
Oh, sweet lord. Apparently this guy does a lot of Bleach and Gundam crossover. You keep going. I have to see this.
Oh, God.
How
Anyway,
bad
so
can
to
this
remind everyone what we covered previously on the last episode of Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9001. We covered this story, Shinigami 16, by Archangel Azrael. To remind everyone what was going on in this story, in the first chapter, Ruby was taken over by Salem and killed everyone. John collected Pyrrha's soul Undertale style and brought it into himself, and was able to use her semblance through that, and ended up fighting Ruby, saving Ruby by banishing Salem, absorbing Ruby's soul into himself as well, Undertale style. And then Ozpin showed up, Undertale style, with a bunch of heart containers, Undertale style, and with the souls of all of his slain comrades of Team Juniper and Ruby. And he brought them into himself and ascended to godhood and went back in time to create Null Dust, by creating Null Dust, which, yeah. And then woke up in this altered timeline of the past, with a twin sister. And, yeah, so that's where we start off. It's been an interesting 8 years. John was flipping out about the twin thing. He had a flawless memory. He definitely didn't have a twin before. Ozpin said there would be side effects. I guess the twin thing was a side effect.
Alright, hold on a minute here. Ozpin said minor side effects. New people existing is not minor.
It wasn't until they were old enough to walk and talk he found out the truth. His twin sister actually was the other half of his soul, as if the effect split his soul in two, and the second half formed into the closest thing can get to him, a twin sister. Which actually doesn't make sense, it would be a twin brother. But anyway, genetically aside, this has many ups and downs. John and Rose, his twin sister's name, shared all of his knowledge and experience and can communicate via telepathy. But most of their powers were sealed due to their small bodies not being able to contain their immense power.
Oh my god, this is dumb.
The most they could do was analyze other people's souls.
Immediately angry.
Analyze other people's souls. On the bright side, their eyes glowed. The next thing they knew, they decided, was to look for the book Ozpin gave them. By what Ozpin said, the book explains everything. So after looking through the house, they found the old book in the attic. And do castles even have attics? Author's note. A, probably. B, castle? That's an interesting way to introduce the fact that they live in a fucking castle.
Is this supposed to be... Do you think the parentheses is supposed to be a telepathy?
I'm pretty sure that the parentheses bolded is supposed to be the author's note, because down below is where we get the grammatically incorrect telepathy. For the most part,
right. Also, once again, we have ranted about this, and I will continue to rant about this. You do not put an author's note in the middle of your frickin' story.
Oh, you never...
You
never... Oh, wait, no, you did say that. Okay. What kind of information would you get from analyzing a soul? I don't know, likes, dislikes, dreams, their first name? I don't know.
Okay, also, whether or not a castle has an attic is super irrelevant here. And I think they were just no, like a castle wouldn't have an attic because the thing that's going to be at the top of the castle is like defensive turrets and walls.
I don't know. Maybe it has an attic in the center part of it. I don't fucking know. It really depends on the kind of castle we're talking about here as well. The problem there is he's just like, oh, it's a castle. It's like, oh, gee, there's only like 58 fucking types of castles. It'd be nice to know which one. Oh, he drives a car. Oh, gee, that's great. He drives a car. What kind of car? It's a fancy car. Oh, wow, that really narrows it down.
Yeah, boy, that only gives me like a million options from the course of human history.
Their spirit animal. Get the fuck out, Gil. Anyway, rant mode off. A fancy car with wheels, indeed. For the most part...
Oh, yeah, the suspect's driving a car. Can you describe the car?
It's got wheels. It's got a hood. It's got headlights. It's got a steering wheel. It's got a trunk.
Oh, and then I guess there's the shotgun. And I guess there's the shotgun shell I left embedded in the side of it.
The shotgun shell. The shotgun shell. So the shell itself
they punched
is just
the shell
embedded
into the side of the car. They punched the shell into the car.
That's one way to recycle a shotgun shell, I guess.
I'm gonna shoot you so hard the shell's gonna be stuck in you. Get the fuck out, Kilm! No! Naruto doesn't exist! You can't make it exist!
Wait. What I'm hearing is we need to have a Cars Naruto crossover.
Get the fuck out as well. You can just
It
die.
probably already exists.
Naruto Lightning Uzumaki. Done.
It already exists.
Oh god. Why does it exist?
Yeah, because you said it. Therefore it exists. For the most part, the book was useful. They had another roadblock. The whole book was blank. Oh, wow! The book was super useful, but it was all blank!
Well, good news, guys. There actually is no existing Naruto Cars crossover on fanfiction.net, at least.
Oh, thank God. It probably exists in someone's head, though. Most of the whole damn book was blank. The first 2 pages gave a summary about what happened in the past when aura was called magic, dust wasn't a thing, and people weren't able to kill Grimm like today. People weren't able to kill Grimm like today. You mean like the fucking standard soldiers with standard guns that shot standard bullets could kill them? So you're telling me a standard sword that standardly swings at Grimm can't kill them like John did?
Like, listen here. If I was a normal person trying to kill Grimm, you know what I would do? A pike formation.
Yeah, like fucking seriously. Oh, we got a bunch of spears. Just stab the shit out of it. That was an actual tactic, by the way, back in the medieval times. Alright, you untrained lot. Here's a shit ton of pointy sticks. Stab people in groups. And so they did.
You know, I should kill you for what you sent me.
Humanity hasn't changed much. You know, we still believe in the whole quantity has a quality of its own.
Oh,
yeah, and guess what? When that
from spears
quantity
to
involves
bullets.
a pike formation, the answer is it does.
What about a pike formation with MGs?
Okay, I switched back over to Discord. Why is it just a fucking pizza? Why?
What? No, just don't. Ask about that later, Sneaky.
I will not!
What the fuck Wait, what pizza? The Fulminatrix?
Yes! Why is it just a pizza? Why is the domino symbol in the background?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. Like,
I have
obviously
questions! I need answers!
Sneaky, I don't think we're getting any answers.
You're not getting any from me because I don't have them.
Anyway. Alright, 2 pages, the past, well, it's 6 pages, talked about the 3 families that could defeat the Grimm. Oh, right, that was another thing, to remind everyone, so there's 3 families that can defeat the Grimm. There's the Lightbringers, which is John's family. There's the Silver Eyes, which is Ruby's family. And then there's the 3rd family of unknown people that were never described to us before this very point.
Hopefully it's not the Fuckbringers.
The Fuckbringers. The Fuckbenders.
I don't even want to know. Just absolutely not.
They're really good at
Also,
Kama Sutra.
That's all they have.
Okay, then.
Jokes go over people's heads because they don't know what that is. Anyway. The next 6
Kiln
pages...
has started shitposting
Yes.
with the 3 fams.
Yep. Yes, they have.
Oh boy.
The last 2 pages explained the thing that managed to happen, Nuldust. The 11th page was a picture of a lock and the sentence, "Only the fusion of dark and light can reveal more secrets."
What? No. Get out. Get out.
So now they had to find out about the dark and light business to read the rest of the book, which brings them to the haunting realization they were alone. They were the ones who knew what's to come. Even with all of their power, they are only 2 people. They need a team that can help them make sure the world will be saved, and immediately their family is out of the question. They're too important to get involved in all of this. They're too important to die. I can't ask my family. Oh, I know. I'll ask Ruby. The child of dark and light will join together. Get the fuck out, Kel. Which brings us to now. On the streets of Arcadia City, our 2 protagonists scouting for potential recruits. I am sick of the prophesies. Yes, I prophesy that I will drink the potat juice. Prophecy came true. I am a god amongst men.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Why is this taking so long? Rose thought. Calm down, sis, John answered. No one said this would be easy. I just realized something. So they basically have a psychic link with each other, right?
No, Sneaky, it's telepathy, but yeah.
Was going to the bathroom awkward for John early on? Well, the other half of John, that is no longer John, that has all the memories of John, going to the bathroom in a certain fashion.
Why are you making me think about this?
It's something to be concerned about.
No, it isn't.
If you write, you must die. Oh, that's fair enough. We all die someday. And then we fight death. And we usually lose. I say usually because I can't confirm that everyone lost. Calm down, sis. No one said this would be easy. Blah, blah, blah. What was that noise? It's the alleyway. Hurry, into the alleyway! They're fucking 8! They're running into an alleyway. Okay. Groans of pain, alleyway. They turn a corner, dead end. A red-haired woman. 2 boys that look like twins. Their age. What caught their eye was the pair of black horns on all of their heads. Adam? Why are there 2 Adams? Wait, John, look. Their souls are different. Huh? That means they aren't the same person. Well, why are they here? Let's ask them! They're bleeding on the ground! Let's ask them. What? The blonde girl whistled to the three redheads. Unfortunately, this worked too well. The first male with a scar picked up a broken piece of glass and charged at them. The second male stopped them. Alex, calm down. No, it's their fault. The mother's this way, Adam. They must die. The first, now named Alex, exclaimed. They weren't the ones who did this to her. Your vendetta against humans will get you killed. You don't even know if they're with those racists. They're humans. Of course they are racists. Do you need help? Help, help. You can help by rotting in hell. Alex, Adam screamed. Meanwhile, John and Rose were left thinking about the current events right now whilst staring at the arguing duo. That Alex is the Adam we fought in the past, John thought. Then this must be a new person. Did we do this? Enough! The woman boomed! Startling them all. All four kids turned towards the injured woman. Clearly fed up with the males arguing, the woman had long, dark red hair, spiraling black horns, and deep, electric, azure eyes. Got deep blue eyes. We are now young adult fiction.
Hey, at least they weren't blonde.
But John's blonde. So we got
Yeah.
blonde hair and blue eyes. It's just not on the same person. At least not until they fuse.
Listen, the only time I accept fusion anymore is if they do the dance.
What if they're gems?
You get out, I am making a Dragon Ball joke. You get your Steven nonsense out of here.
They dance in Steven Universe too.
Yeah,
except
but
it's
Steven
more
Universe
like
is shit.
they're about to have sex dance than a hey, let's do the fusion dance. So like the fusion in Steven Universe is really weird. Can we add another one to the Aryan counter? Well, again, like I said, I can't keep an Aryan counter, but if the audience wishes to keep an Aryan counter, like on their computer or something,
I was gonna say we're not gonna keep that for
I can't
several
tell
very
you
good
not
reasons.
to. I mean, I can tell you not to. You can ignore me though, because I can't exactly stop you. But I mean, if you want to add
But
one to
we
the
can
Aryan
highly
counter,
suggest you not keep it.
I mean, can I guess.
We would prefer you not to, because it's kind of weird. But
Yes, indeed. Electric. No, seriously, what the fuck? Where did it go? Who took it?
he's complaining about his frying pan.
Yeah, I guess his frying pan has gone missing. State your business here, child. We heard groans of pain and followed. Do you need help with the wound, miss? All three fathers were shocked. Two kids wished to help them. Your children wish they need to help someone. Wow! I just fucking called a press. Jesus Christ. Who has ever heard of children being innocent before? Holy shit, this is a new revelation.
Yep.
You feel better, Sneaky?
I do actually feel better.
Alright. That's good.
Anyway, as I was saying, I have a furry. What? I have a first aid kit. Let us help. John pulled out a red case from his pack. What pack? You never mentioned a pack before. So John just magically has a fucking pack on his back now with a.
Why does an
first aid-
8-year-old have a first aid kit?
Yeah, what the fuck? What were they expecting to happen? Hell no! Alex, stop! Sorry, mother. This might sting a little, miss. My name is Sapphire Taurus. Not because of my eyes are deep azure blue, but because I'm a gem! I fuse with people.
Get out!
Yeah, after this podcast is over, since everyone is talking about food right now, after this podcast is over, I'm gonna go make a bacon cheeseburger with ghost pepper sauce on it, and it's gonna be fucking delicious. So, get out! Put that on a mug. Put that on a shirt. Put that on a hat. Actually, don't put that on a hat. That'd be pretty dumb to put on a hat. Anyway. It's safe. It's not safe here. Do you have anywhere to go? No, our last one burned down. Your last place burned down. Okay. Maybe you can stay with us.
All right, well, I guess they're coming to the castle.
Yeah, yes, they're coming to the fucking castle.
Which we still don't know for sure that they have, but we can only assume they do.
Apparently they do. We wouldn't want to impose. John, Rose, we're over here, Father. Notice a tall, blue-haired, tall... before they all noticed, a blue-haired, tall male rabbit faunus emerged from the corner, and he tugged the two blondes. Cyan, where are they? Oh, wow! Holy shit! Yeah, he's got blue hair, and his name is Cyan! Oh, wow! Originality!
I was gonna say, I'm not sure whether or not to be more or less annoyed at this.
Cyan, where are they? A woman yelled afterwards. They're back here, Amethyst, the man named Cyan answered. Seconds later, an even taller, blonder woman rushed in and picked up the other three. Mom, Dad, we have an emergency. An emergency, the woman named Amethyst asked. This woman's been attacked. You're not going to question why they're in the fucking alley with an injured person and two kids?
Yeah, no reason to ask any questions. Everything is fine.
Gazing at the bandaged wound, Cyan sighed. Well, looks like you two managed to stop the bleeding, but just in case, let's get that looked at a safer place. Bandaging a wound doesn't stop the bleeding. It's not how wounds work.
Author, do you know how violence works?
Because I'm about to inflict some fucking violence on your soul! Notice I didn't say body. I am not threatening him.
You're just threatening his soul, which,
They cannot
as
prove
has
exists.
been brought up by the U.S. court before, cannot be proven it exists, and therefore threats of harm to it do not qualify.
Exactly.
I'm just making that up. I don't actually know. None of us are lawyers. Don't come to us for legal advice. Absolutely never come to us for legal advice.
Definitely come to me for legal advice, because I will give you
No,
poorest
definitely
advice.
do not.
Listen
Certainly
to
the
me.
least of all.
I
Max
am
is
the
at
most
least sensible.
educated.
And I've had law classes.
This is true.
This story, by the way, Sneaky, your comment about blue-haired Cyan and whatnot,
What? Yeah?
I hadn't even fucking noticed. I hate all of the parents that named their kids now. They took one look at their kid's hair and that's the color they named them after.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Or their eyes, because Sapphire's got blue eyes, Amethyst has purple eyes. So, what should we name the kid? Well, they got some purple on them. Amethyst it is! They got some blue on them. Cyan it is! And they spike the baby into the ground and do a home run dance. No?
No, no.
Or name their kids after the season they were born in. But don't you get it? Winter Schnee? Her name is Winter Snow? Ha 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 ha! And Weiss Schnee? Her name is White snow?
At least it's not yellow snow.
No, that's John's name.
I hate everybody.
I have to wonder if anyone's ever tried to name their kid Really Shitty Rain-Filled Afternoon.
Boy, I love how unsubtle some of the character names are in Ruby.
Oh, what? You mean like how Pyrrha is named Goddess of Victory at all costs?
Actually, no, I'm referring to Jacques. Apparently, Jacques in French means supplanter.
Who's Jacques?
Weiss's dickhead of a dad who
Uh,
supplanted his father-in-law. Yeah,
Right.
Jacques married into the Schnees, not the other way around.
Indeed.
So, well, you'll get to meet him in Volume 4 when we eventually sit down and do that sometime this March.
March, yeah.
I should probably go upload Volume 4 for you guys at some point.
And as on the topic of that, I want to point out the other shit that's going on there. We got Blake Belladonna, and she is a poison to the group. She's a black poison to the group that she's in. So White Fang, Adam goes insane. Ruby's group, Yang loses an arm. Weiss goes off and gets kidnapped by her father, and Ruby is sent on a quest to save the world.
Boy.
Yeah, I'm not sure that we can blame Adam's
We can
extremism on
we can
Blake.
100% blame Adam on Blake.
Okay, so my internet cut out. What did I miss?
Blake did 9/11.
Sneaky is bashing
What?
Blake Belladonna.
Okay,
And
that's
it's escalating further and further. It's escalating really fast.
why do I do this show? Why do I do
Because you had the idea with him.
Yes, you had the technically Max and I had the idea, not doing the show, but just like talking about this shit.
No, alright, no, Sneaky. My idea was, hey Max, I'm going to start reading fanfiction summaries to you because I hate you and myself.
Yes,
Let's
that
suffer
is the
together.
idea. Yes.
You and Atin had the bright idea of reading chapters and discussing them, and
Yes, this is true.
not critiquing, but essentially ripping on them or just getting off topic.
It's more like peanut gallery. Peanut gallerizing.
Well, yeah.
Peanut gallerizing.
Sure, we'll say that's the word.
Unfortunately, we really don't know too much about Adam's actual canon.
All we know about
know
him
he's
is
an
that
edgy boy.
he's insane, and apparently he has a collection of arms.
Does he really?
No, that's a fan joke after he took Yang's arm.
I see.
And the fandom rolled with it.
I would say we
really
know
hard.
he's got it. We know for sure he's an egomaniac and he's hyper possessive.
Yeah. But we don't know how crazy he was before Blake left, and we don't know how much Blake contributed to his insanity. Because Blake has issues. Blake has a lot of issues in terms of her personality, not in terms of like actual issues, but in terms of her personality, basically being the sort of person that I just wouldn't hang out with, because they seem like they have a lot of problems, and you're like, oh hey, you know, we're friends, sort of. I believe we're friends, at least. What's your problems? And then Blake, or insert person here that I knew in the past, would go, I don't have any problems. What are you talking about?
Nothing is wrong. Why are you bothering me?
And it's just like, no, you have issues.
Oh yeah. Immediately, we know that she has a lone wolf complex.
Yes,
and
definitely a
the
complex.
problems with authority are understandable,
Minor,
but
yeah.
to the point of saying no one knows how to do this, we can infer she's also extremely arrogant.
Yeah.
You would agree.
I mean,
it's like,
you know, to be fair, and I sort of get her position when she was like, oh, I gotta research this stuff because I can't trust the police to do this. It's like, okay, yeah, the police have shown themselves to be mildly ineffectual, and then Core did bring up that as a fairly good point in one of his stories where he did have, I believe it was Not This Time Fate, where he actually had the police act because of John actually successfully raid a couple of White Fang places, and so Blake didn't go insane with studying all night.
Yeah.
That is understandable.
He sent the info to Crow.
Right. Yeah.
But here's the thing, and here's what he points out is John sent the info, shit got done. Guess who could have sent the info and helped shit get done?
Blake, yes. That is the thing. Though.
No, Max, that'd be crazy talk.
That is my complaint about Blake is that she's got a lot of complexes going on.
Yeah.
She's got a lone wolf complex. She's definitely got an inferiority complex going on, where she doesn't think she's good enough, but she also has a superiority complex going on. It sort of ties in with the lone wolf complex, in which she doesn't think anyone else is good enough to do the job besides her, but she also doesn't think she herself is good enough. And it's just like...
Yeah, I don't think anyone else is good enough, but I know for sure you aren't.
Yeah, and my biggest problem with Blake was the stuff from volumes 1 and 2.
Yeah, God fucking.
She's just as equally well written as the other characters, but she's a very particular kind of person that I personally cannot stand. And it comes from the conversations of the police can't do this, they haven't done anything or found this stuff. It's like, have you thought about sending in an anonymous tip, sweetheart? Because you know where these warehouses are.
Yeah.
You know where these rallies are held. Why are you not passing that info on to the actual professionals? Or give it to Ozpin.
It's sort of like some of the life issues some of us has faced. Where, because X didn't happen, then clearly it's never going to happen. So we're not going to let you help X happen to prove ourselves wrong.
What the fuck?
Like with your familial problems, and where your father would prevent you from doing things because he didn't think it would benefit monetarily, but because he prevented you from doing those things, you couldn't benefit monetarily from them, thus proving him right. It's a self-feeding cycle of, well, the police can't do anything because you're not telling them shit, but you're not telling them shit because they aren't doing anything. It's like,
yeah,
you have to break the cycle first. You have to give the chance before you go, oh, well, they can't do it. And I do not like those sorts of people. I've met those sorts of people before in my life. I've heard stories about those people from other people I know. I don't like those sorts of people. They're dumb. I just like characters that are written like that as well, because they make the story... They don't improve the story. Blake's arcs did not improve the story at all. They dragged the story down because they could have gotten to those situations in vastly different ways.
Much less stupid ways, I feel, is the important thing to say.
Oh, I have to hide my faunus ears, which my teammates for somehow never figured out. No one ever walked in on me when I was in the shower. No one ever saw my ears.
That's the most unbelievable part about it, because I've lived with other people.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, you're taking a shower? Well, listen, I need to use the can, so I'm coming in anyway.
Yeah. And it's
now,
just like...
granted, we did have an opaque shower curtain, so I wasn't like super pissed off about it. But I was like, could you not?
Yeah, but it's just and it's implied several months have passed between the start of Beacon and the docking incident, and the problem there is it's just like, oh, they never saw her ears. They never wondered why her bow would twitch in a completely no drafty area. They never picked up on the fact that her eyes were amber and she liked fish.
Honestly, I'm wondering if she always wore the bow and why no one was like, doesn't that ever just get annoying, wearing that 24/7?
No, surely someone would have been like, take the bow off. You've been wearing it since school started. We're 6 months in. It's nasty.
Yeah, honestly, that's the other thing, though. It's like, did she go into the fucking, like, showers with the bow on, and no one's gonna question what the fuck's going on with that? Like, even then, she has to take the bow off at some point, because tying your hair like that, A, isn't good for your hair. B, isn't good for anything you're covering with it. Like it is clinically proven that wearing any sort of headwear for extended periods of time will in fact make you lose hair unless you take that headwear off also periodically for extended periods of time.
Yeah.
Like, so it can't be comfortable, and the suspension of disbelief that no one ever even had the slightest suspicion that she was Faunus is outrageous. And then her being like,
in fact, it's not even outrageous. It is insulting to us, the viewer.
And not only that, it's like, okay, so they've spent 3 months, 4 months, however many months together. They've gone through combat classes, they've gone through history classes, they've shared notes, they've taken tests, but somehow she isn't good enough friends with them yet to realize they aren't racists. Like, don't get me wrong.
Okay, yeah, no, biggest issue with that, by the way, is Volume 2 comes about, and that's when we learn that Velvet is actually an upperclassman,
Right.
and is apparently on very good terms with Ruby.
Right.
There's your first hint there, Blake, that at least one person on your team does not give a shit.
Well, I mean, it's not even that. It's not even that, because, like, you know, look at it this way. When I've met a lot of racists in my life, like genuine racists, like everyone them fucking darkies and shit, like actual racists saying actually racist things, not just my god, you're racist.
I haven't run into a ton, but I've run into a couple. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I've run into so many, but I've run into my fair share.
Yeah,
but, like,
more than you would like.
Well, obviously, but even then, it's like I understood they were racist within a day of talking to them. Like, I would give it a week at most before any topic comes up that they could be racist in. And then you'd be like, okay, they're racist. Like, a week at most. Like, just getting into a casual conversation with someone at some point is going to bring up political affiliation. One of you is going to bring it up. And you're going to talk about things politically. And you're going to talk about things socially because of that. And someone's going to make the comment if they are racist.
Like, yeah, this is all
casual
the
conversation within the
of
day.
the blanks.
Yeah. Like, if they are racist, it's going to happen within the day, usually. Within the week at worst, in terms of like how long it takes to be revealed. So when you have several months of character interaction, and you still are like, oh my god, maybe they won't accept me.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, maybe you're afraid of White Schnee being a super racist because her company treats Faunus like scum.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And she's also extremely shy. That's still the funniest thing to me. Why Schnee unironically has the most character development, and most of it is actually through her songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her songs
but like,
tell
here's
the
the thing.
story.
Here's the thing. That's not an unreasonable assumption, and Weiss doesn't exactly do anything.
Yeah, Weiss
Oh,
doesn't exactly
No.
do anything at home.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, is it's just like you again. Blake is basically, she's socially stunted, but Jesus Christ, like, I'm socially stunted, and even I can be like, get the general gist of a person's personality after a couple hours of talking to them at worst. Like, usually it's within minutes of talking to them, I'm like, okay, I know what kind of person you are. And that's me, socially stunted king. So, the fact that Blake couldn't be like, alright, so I've talked to Weiss for a while. She doesn't seem racist. She seems really uppity and has really high standards for herself and the people around her.
Yeah.
I don't think at any point Faunus is going to come into that. Like, oh, yeah, Faunus. As Weiss herself said, I don't care about that, you idiot. I cared about that you didn't think you could tell me.
I also cared about the fact that you were a terrorist.
Well, yeah, that, to be fair, that is the part where I'd be like, maybe I shouldn't tell people that. Understandable, terrorism, kind of a big deal. But, however, it's like, oh, I'm a Faunus. It's like, okay. And?
Do you want a cookie?
I mean,
I'm sorry. Should it be should it be tuna? Is that what I'm supposed to say?
Am I supposed to give you a can of tuna? But
was that racist? I hope it wasn't racist.
But no, like in all seriousness, I don't understand what Monty Ohm was thinking. I don't understand what any of the writers that were involved or any of the editors, I guess you could call them. I don't know, whoever had the second say on what gets passed through. I don't understand.
That was Miles and Carey handled a good chunk of writing.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand why at no point anyone went, this doesn't make sense. Like, why would Blake somehow manage through 3 months to never reveal that she's Faunus? And also at the same time, interact with her team to the point where she basically doesn't know them at all. Because if she did interact with them, she would have realized by 3 months into living with them, maybe I can tell them I'm a Faunus.
And even if they can't, which means they're criminally stupid, she could have probably figured out, none of them in casual conversation ever been like, man, them dirty Faunus is the reason none of us has jobs.
Yeah, I mean, even then, so, like just hypothetical scenario out there of, okay, maybe she really didn't interact with them at all. Maybe she was, or alternatively, maybe she was afraid of everyone else's in the school's reactions. Like, okay, yeah, but that you clearly don't care about, like, at no point in time are any of the characters shown giving a single shit what anyone else thinks of them besides their team. And even then, not really. Like even fucking Weiss is just like, oh, I should be the team leader because I'm a team leader. It's what I've trained for all my life. Okay, but don't you think you should give Ruby a chance because she has to grow and learn, and that's the point of school learning? Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll stop giving her hard shit about that. And it was never brought up again, and no one ever brought it up. Like, it was just done.
Yeah,
no one gave a shit.
We get the implication of a few weeks have passed since then.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, so no one gives a shit at all about any of this stuff. No one cares about what others think of them. At no point in time was Weiss or anyone on that team, frankly, ever like, oh, what does Team Cardin think about us? No one was ever shown to care about anyone else's opinions. So, like, there is literally no reason as to why Blake would hide herself. And I know we're completely off fucking topic. Like, we have gone so far off the rails, we're on a different ride at this point. But that is how infuriated I am at Ruby source canon, and it makes me so angry, not because it's just bad, because the bad anime are a dime a dozen. It makes me so angry because Ruby is one of the more popular fandoms, but at the same time, because the canon material is shit, and the way some of the characters are portrayed at certain moments, it's just utterly mind-bogglingly dumb. The authors look at that and go, okay, that's how the characters act to certain things, and then you get fucking shit like this. This is what we have to deal with. This dumb shit right here that we've been spending so much time avoiding reading because of how dumb it is, because of how convoluted and stupid and just completely off the rails ridiculous it is, which apparently everyone who was important when they went back in time now has a fucking twin of themselves for some fuck all reason. different ride, try a different country. I mean, we're not that far. It's not like we were talking about Halo or something. We're still talking about Ruby. We're still in the same theme park.
We aren't that far off topic.
Hello, new person. I'm so glad you joined us for this rant that we've been going on for like the past 30 fucking minutes about Ruby, which should be obvious, mildly, from all the fucking color-based names that are displayed on screen. Anyway, yeah, collectivization. No, I'm not gonna get into that. Anyway, blah blah blah. It's an emergency. Sapphire, let's get you out of here. Wait, you know her? All four kids asked. We're very close friends. John's father told the kids, two of
you
which
finally got there.
were the sons of who grew up to be Adam Taurus. Okay, yeah. John's family just apparently knew Adam's family. Okay, sure. Let's roll with that. Fucking okay. Let's get you all to the medical center. And they entered a large carriage. Apparently, fucking
No.
what? None of them noticing the white eyes behind the carriage. The white eyes? Who the fucking Ruby has white eyes?
I don't know.
Closest
Unless
thing.
Bato is about to show up, there shouldn't be anyone with unless Bato or Neji's in your story. Shouldn't be anyone with white eyes. Well, I guess any Hyuga, but
Pure white eye. No. Closest thing would be Fox.
Later in the house, John and Rose, Rose never capitalizes. Rose it's just an add-on to John. Had a feeling they were being watched, blah, blah, blah. They caught a glimpse of Pink. Hey, you two, a voice said. Holy crud. Ah, they're both 8, remember? Oh, so glad you're reminding us, author. Startled, they look around, only to realize it was Adam. Sorry, Adam, we didn't know it was you. No problem, I'm Rose, this is my brother John. Wait, where's your brother? He doesn't control me, he stayed with my mother. It seems your father is the only one he'll ever talk to. What are you doing? Pink Blur ran past them. Bam, Pink Blur crashed on the floor and the snag turned out to be a girl. The girl looked innocent enough, but they both froze at the sight at the pink and brown hair. Neo, she's here too. Who's next? Emerald and Mercury. At 2 different places, the 2 aforementioned people sneezed. Ha, 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 ha. Wow.
look at me.
Yeah,
I am funny.
That joke fucking enough in fan fiction. Oh wow, they sneezed when they were talked about. Holy shit. Japanese jokes in an English fan fiction from an English source material. Woo, lad!
Everything checks out.
Anyway, back to our pro tags. Both Johns continued to stare at the fallen girl, who promptly started to back away slowly. Okay. Maybe this is good, Rose thought. Good? How is it good? Look at her. She's not a murderous sociopath. She's an orphan. Yeah, let's hear her out. Are you two okay? You look like you've been staring into space for a while, Adam interrupted. Both fell out of the trance and looked around, now noticing the vacant spot where the girl, now named Neo, was. Where did she go? They both said. This was written by Shakespeare. It's beautiful. No problem. Meanwhile, Neo managed to hide in the surprisingly large couch. She managed to hide inside the couch.
I'm not seeing the problem.
Yeah, no, I don't get what you're getting bent out of shape, man. It's perfectly normal.
Peeking around the room, she wasn't able to spot anyone, so you could imagine the surprise. Imagine my shock when this story turned out to be shit. Because really, you're gonna have to imagine it because I cannot fathom the words required to tell you.
Boy, you seem angry. I think you need a hug.
I need more potat juice. That's what I need.
But I'm not gonna touch you.
Fuck, there goes the cat. Okay.
Good job.
Shit, there goes the truce.
I don't have my hands covered, man. Okay. I can't believe the incredible luck the John family has of Neo and Adam both living in the same city they did. How? In previously unnamed city that doesn't exist in canon, that both Neo, John, and Adam all happen to live in at the same time.
Yep.
Hey, John slightly panics when he sees Neo is ready to rush out again. Before you run off, please just wait a minute. We just want to talk. Is that okay for you? She paused mid-step, slowly turning towards the boy. Please, I'll make it up to you. The girl hesitantly nods. Okay. Now I'm going to get my sister another friend. Is that okay? Giving another nod. Neo whispered, okay. So she can speak, he thought. Sis, Adam, you can come in. I found her. Rose and Adam arrived in the same room. This is going to be really fucking confusing if the new character is named Adam and the old character who was Adam is now named Alex.
Yeah, that seems kind of dumb.
Yeah, really dumb.
You know what I would like to see them do?
What?
Delete the
Reveal
story.
that the Adam they met is the same one, and just in the other timeline, his brother died at Humans and he just snapped from there and became extremely racist as a result.
That would be good.
That would
would
be a
make
good
sense.
twist.
As they so often say in Dota, when someone points out something was incredibly stupid. That would be intelligent, and we can't have that here.
You guys do say that a lot, don't you?
Yes,
I do.
we do.
I actually say that quite often.
I like how you say it about yourself at least 30% of the time.
Yes.
By the way. Like, I like the admittance on your part that you fucked up sometimes.
Can't be intelligent.
Sometimes.
There's no intelligence. There's actually a sign right there that says no intelligence allowed, and I follow the rules.
Do you?
No.
Do you really?
Not at all.
I didn't think you did.
Oh. Okay, well everything I know is a lie then.
Yep. Your entire existence is a lie. I hate to break it to you. I didn't mean to be like this.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, so
You showed me the notebook called Dastardly Reveal.
I did. And then I destroyed it because I can't have dastardly reveals just hanging about.
I mean,
Yeah, you're not
could, but
I could, but then it wouldn't be a dastardly reveal if I just had the notebook called Dastardly Reveals lying about.
yeah, but see, that's
Well,
why
maybe
it's
they're
not the
dastardly.
actual notebook of Dastardly Reveals. That's just what you call your diary.
Aha! Joke's on you. I don't have a diary.
What? Then what was the thing I read that was labeled Sneaky's Darkest Fears?
That was called my pornography.
But it was just pictures of money.
Exactly.
I think we've lost the thread.
We have lost the plot.
Max, we haven't just lost the thread. We sunk the whole boat.
Anyway, blah, blah, blah.
Well,
Answer
you know
some
what, the boat deserved it.
questions. What's your name? Oh, my name's Neo. Are you hurt? I broke into your home and you asked me that. She thought to herself, I'm okay. Why are you here? Maybe we went too far. I don't think so. This is risky, but it's better for us to be told by her. I was kicked out. I had to survive. Neo nods. Do you have any siblings? Not anymore. Oh, you can stay with us. But he was interrupted. John! Rose! Who is this little girl? A voice said, startling them. All four turned and made the cautious gaze of the elder rabbit faunus. Hand gripping his back pocket, secretly brandishing a kunai, whilst concealing it in his sleds.
Why? Wait, what? When did this become Naruto?
We lost the plot a good half an hour ago. Nonsense! We don't lose the plot. We just we take adventures on the road of life. That's what
We temporarily misplace it.
Quite so.
Yes.
Quite so.
That.
If there was a plot. Surprise!
Ta-da! Bet you didn't see that coming.
Honestly, we're just killing time until there's like 5 minutes left, so that we don't have to do anything else.
Who is she? He repeated, this time filled with a cautious venom that meant if you touch them, you die. Neo started trembling in growing fear. I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. Just a friend of ours from town. We asked her if she wanted to spend the night here, John lied. Sorry for not telling you about this. We were about to, but we found Miss Sapphire, Adam, and Alex on our way back. Well, if her parents are okay with it, Cyan said while he sheathes the kunai. Adam, is this true? I'm not going to die, Neo thought. Mr. Cyan, sir. Neo's an orphan. And yes, it is. Adam added. Oh, my apologies. Cyan turned to the door. All right.
I swear to God, if I hear something stupid like this one more time, I'm gonna snap.
All right, just try not to do anything like last time. He sent a soft glare at the two blondes. Yes, sir, both blondes agreed. Good. Cyan leaves the room, thus leaving the four into silence. You helped me. Why? Neo asked, confused. They stuck up for her.
Because we always wanted a pink-haired sister.
We always wanted a pink-haired psychopathic slave who would murder people that threatened us.
Yo, when did this become a Wookiee life debt?
I'm okay with this.
Apparently, just a few minutes ago.
Neo is secretly a Wookiee. She's been using her illusions on everyone.
That's why she doesn't talk, because she can only speak Wookiee.
She's a pink and brown Wookiee.
Okay.
It's canon now. You can't prevent it, folks.
Can't prevent it. Nope. It's canon. Illusions. That's the answer to everything. Illusions. Monty introduced it, so we're gonna use it. Illusions.
Well, I don't think it's so much using as abusing, but yes.
It doesn't matter. It's there. We want to be your friends too. We're friends. Blah blah blah. I have nowhere to go. Nice to have some friends. I'm not picky. She fainted. Why did she faint? Oh, she was hungry. Okay. Dispel a little myth. It's probably not gonna be the last time I said this. So, there is this trope where when someone's really hungry, their stomach growls and their stomach growls and everyone hears.
Had a little too much of the potat juice there, Sneaky?
Not enough, because I still remember this story. Now, little shocker for everyone. When your stomach grumbles like that, it's typically because of a parasite more than because you're hungry.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Yeah, the grumbling, gurgling sound is actually typically the parasite in your intestines moving around, causing air to move into your stomach from your
intestines.
I'm sorry, like outside the normal parasite that's supposed to be in us?
Like, I don't know if you're making a baby reference or not. I'm talking about like tapeworms and flukes and shit. You're like,
What, you think people just have those normally, do they?
yeah. Most it was like 1 in 3 adults in America will have a intestinal parasite. Yeah, it's actually a high amount of people. Like, the thing is though, is most people have like one parasite, and most people won't notice it because it's just one. It's like when you have like 20, that you start dying of it. No,
Well, great. Now I'm paranoid that I have a parasite in me. Thanks,
You
Sneaky.
probably do. It's just like you've probably eaten a spider in your lifetime while you were sleeping. It's a thing that can happen.
Yeah, okay, but see, here's the difference. If I eat a spider in my sleep, it's dead.
Well, maybe it just lives in your stomach because it was acid resistant.
Look, if there's an acid-resistant spider in my stomach, it's welcome to stay there then. It's earned the right to survive.
But no, I mean, it's nothing really big. But, like, no one, I've never heard, okay, I'm not going to say never. I've heard people's stomachs grumble before. Hyper rare. I've maybe heard of that, like, 3 times in my life.
Uh-huh.
It's not as common as the Japanese trope makes it out to be. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like, oh, I'm hungry. It's like that really doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm kind of annoyed when people make that happen. It's just like, but that really doesn't happen. It's like, yes, I get it. It's an indication that they're hungry, and it's an embarrassing moment for them. But it's just like, that doesn't actually. That's not.
See, that's something I've never understood. Why do people get embarrassed about their stomach crying? It's just like, oh, hey, it means I need to eat.
Well, I mean, it's social, blah blah blah, difference in culture, blah. Whatever. Doesn't matter. That's not the point I focus on. The point I focus on is the stomach grumbling in the first place. Like, don't get me wrong. There's the grumble. Oh, I feel sick. I might have eaten something bad. Yeah, that's when there's like a lot of gas being created, and it's like, you know, making your flesh flap around. But that's because you ate something bad. That's post eating, not I haven't eaten. Grumble. Like that. Like, maybe if you're, like, super hungry after not eating for several days, but it's like, oh, I haven't eaten all day. Your stomach's not gonna go, like, fucking earthquake seismic grumble, as it's been displayed in some fanfictions and animes, you know?
Anyway.
We've lost the plot again. Anyway, point being, it's dumb, I hate it, I hate people who do it. Moving on. And I probably should drink this potat juice before my wild gesturing just throws it across the fucking room. Anyway, blah blah blah, hunger. So that's why she's with Roman. He must have found and took her in. Blah blah blah. We can change things. Maybe we can get Adam and Neil in on our plans. Neil was super strong. Adam was stronger. The only way we killed him was making him commit suicide. That's a reveal.
What? What?
Where are we going with this? Where are we gonna find the dark and light thing they both said? Taking a bite out of their sandwiches? Meanwhile, on a hill leading to the outskirts of the town of Arcadia, stood 2 figures on top, peering at the castle like a mansion at the end of the town. The first figure, a tall,
So glad to know they just have a mansion. Not a castle, a
mansion castle. The castle-like mansion. So it's a it's a mashal. It's a cantion? You get where I'm going with this. The first figure, a tall 6-year-old male and a 2-year-old girl on his shoulders, sighed in relief. Look, sis, I can feel it. The two lights Mom told us about, the boy said, peering into the distance where the mansion was. His little sister croos a bit, looking with him. Soon we'll see Mom again, and we'll bring her back. Sebastian declared. Determination filled his voice.
Why do we just keep introducing new characters?
The boy pulls out a black tome with the number 2 on it. It glows a dark void-like black aura which draws in the dying ashes of numerous corpses of the grim behind them. I promise, he says in a deep, evil voice. And that's the end of chapter 2!
And that's the end of us reading this story.
That is the end of us reading this
Ever.
story because I honestly really cannot. I honestly cannot go on.
Oh, it's 8:58.
I don't think there's any salvaging this either.
No, there really isn't. Okay, so anyway, so we got 2 minutes left. So let's fill those 2 minutes with valuable conversational input. Does anyone have any questions? That's what I'm going to leave with. Does anyone have any questions?
What, us or the audience?
Yes.
Why do you do this to me every week?
Because you show up.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Yeah. As aside from that, I guess I'll say the ending bit while I wait for everyone to think of the questions, or if they don't think of the questions, I'll just end it from there. Alright, so the ending bit. Thank you all for joining us to this point. If you are not already subscribed or followed to me, do so. Honestly, I really appreciate it. Whether you contribute money or you don't contribute money, it's just nice to know that people liked me enough to be like, hey, I'll watch you if I have the time. And I appreciate that idea.
We all do. We have an audience.
Yeah.
As strange as it is to say that.
I mean, sometimes we have audiences of 20 people, and sometimes we just have the dedicated viewers of like 5. And I honestly would rather have the 20 people because 20 people makes it way more fun. And way better conversation. So, of course, the lead into that is tell people about this podcast. If you like this enough, you could tell your family, but I really wouldn't tell your family. I mean, you could tell your friends, tell people you hate, who you want to suffer. Tell them about this podcast. Spread the word in the best way you can think possible, and I would appreciate that because. If I spread the word, I just feel like I'm shilling out and I'm being dumb and shit because I honestly don't have a high opinion of this podcast. But if someone else does it, I feel like they have a high opinion of us to do it. And I appreciate that opinion.
Yeah, and honestly, it feels kind of dirty to go out there and be like, hey, you should come watch my podcast.
You should watch my podcast, guys. It's like those people who queue into Dota with their Twitch username, their full Twitch ID. As their username.
It's just like, get the fuck out. No one cares.
Yeah, it's like, fuck off. It's like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, self-advertisement bit, the TLDR there is self-advertisement stuff. Anyway, as I was saying, thank you all for joining us. If you want more of this, you follow us and you'll sort of get notifications when we're live, but if you really want to know when the next stream is going on, you can either set a timer, because we do this, regular schedule, Tuesdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guaranteed, I will at least be there. Can't guarantee the other two. Sometimes they have...
I'll be here most weeks unless something horrible happens.
Exactly. And Max is usually here. But point being...
Won't be this Friday, though.
Point being is that, we're always here. I'm at least always here. Every Tuesday, every Friday, 7 p.m. if you want to catch us live. Or you can join our Discord and I'll ping you. I'll alert you. I will tell you personally when we are live. And you can also interact with us, off the stream and all that fun stuff. And yeah, so thank you all for joining us. And remember, we always have more, and it always gets worse.